know why I got on this. I have to go through the lava and the water, don't I? Swim faster! But yeah, I think we're making good time for once. I have no idea why the last patch took us so fucking long. Maybe it was just a really long patch. So we did 4 extra dungeons, which all has plot and dungeon, but they weren't dungeons, they were just boss fights. How long they couldn't have taken more than an hour or so. They wouldn't account for 9, you know, for like 4 extra hours. One fish. Like, I couldn't have been playing really inefficiently for 9 hours, surely. Headed for the temple, just taking in the wonderful smoky air. You have returned with the tobacco geomancy, I gather. Here you go. Average wait time 14 minutes, so very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byakko and lived. Let us book no further delay and make ready for the next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, everyone, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying and exceedingly dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would stop saying that. It is Soroban. Byakko will devote his... Never mind, we're fucking immediately starting it. Should you be indisposed for a time, we will manage. We've been secretly practicing my arcane anima in preparation for a time like this, so don't worry. No matter what happens, we'll be ready. After all, we've got to do our part. We're going to claim fabulous wages. Alright, cool. I won't complain about being able to do the dungeon immediately. I'm still missing a cutscene that I have to go get, but... Is it just the boss fight? If it's that explains why it's so quick. Looks like it is.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Whoa! Your end is near.
Fuck. Should have moved. I wasn't the only one who immediately died. How hard could this be? Immediate death. Midnight Haze.
Your death will be all the sweeter.
That's Noah Archer. It feeds on my spite or my suffering. The fourth shades of the dead, curse my name, strike my body, fill my soul with the blackest malice. Oh, it's good to see you! Don't know why I use that ability. This is more plot than fight. He's a ghost of him. Bloom shall flower here upon the spot of my demise. Let me use my wondrous minuet.
The spider. From mortal height, I rise on you. Refused with night, I shall prevail.
I don't understand. It's just black and white. That side? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna just go there. I have a moon over me, and it makes me nervous. I was doomed. Maybe I was supposed to go on the other side? Thank you. I get... Maybe I was supposed to keep it, like, in the middle. Not a fan. Fuck. How do you deal with that? Do you go in the middle? Somebody just pulled me.
Refused with night, I shall prevail.
Oh fuck. I'm just gonna step here.
Your end is near. In sun's green, black tendrils trail.
Cool.
Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel.
I'm gonna stand where everyone else is. I'm gonna stop standing where everyone else is. This reminds me of Nier.
I'll grind you under my heel.
I get what to do now. Somebody already used it. Somebody. She'll leave this duty. I'm sorry, did he run away only to run back with a gun? There's clearly nothing I could do with this bow and arrow of mine.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Is that what you were trying to get me to do?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
A weirdo, Asahi, you know that?
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that.
The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
I'm really unsure as to what he gets out of this then.
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I! Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
I'm assuming she's not dead. No, she's on the ground. Maybe it's Gosetsu.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Oh, she magicked like a sword into him. Yeah.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
I'm trying to like, was he impaled? Because like, it looks like the sword was on his back. I was a bit confused about that. Also, isn't she going to be back twice because of how all the summons always return? Actually, I guess it wouldn't have to be her. You could just summon that version of her with the crystals, not have her be involved.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Tsukuyomi.
He will mourn too, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
What was Asahai's plan? I'm assuming that's the whole point. Like, he was just sort of getting petty revenge and using a part of the army to do that.
Lord Xenos.
Not even dead. Yeah.
I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma.
Apparently, yeah, he threw himself off the thing, though. I was reminded.
Yes, my
But
lord.
I didn't kill him.
I am honored that you would remember me.
He turned
How may I
turned
serve?
back to human and then jumped off the side. We didn't check.
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma and announce your intention. to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
There we go. They settled that up ahead of time. Where you got the mirror from?
The
But why?
power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me.
And me as well.
From
Yes.
the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face.
Okay, it's just a false flag.
You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
So he's just undermining the plan by just constantly being a weird rage person.
I will not fail you, my lord. My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Oop.
You have prevailed, I see. She is gone. Wherefore did the kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
He's a dick, isn't he? You can get out of bed now then.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Yeah, there wasn't. It was just a pretense.
Lord Hien!
It's Maxima!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Oh, so was he an actual he's the actual pacifist. That's why he's got a face that's memorable. Xenos was behind this plot.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
This diff was greatly exaggerated.
I'm
Very
afraid
hard to kill
I share
people in
Lord
this.
Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
How strange.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit.
So he's the populares person.
What is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pybus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
That seems exceedingly dangerous, Alphino.
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions.
Alright, I guess this is closer to what Shadowbringers is about.
But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference.
Is the Empire not getting fucking
strike
sick of its, like,
forge
commanders
ties,
consorting?
change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Like, they genuinely, like, okay, the Black Wolf genuinely wanted to get rid of summons, right? And didn't know that Ultimate Weapon was essentially a summon. Like, fair enough. I'll give him that. But, like, is the Emperor not, like, going, I'm fucking sick of my commanders going out there, fighting weird ghost folk, and then turning into summons? That's the very thing we're trying to stop. It's, like, literally our like, main commandment. I believe in you, Alphino. Happy Bunny?
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Right, their emissary just died. Sure, by their own hand, by
Go
his
then.
own orders,
You've
but
obviously made
still.
up your mind.
Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
I guess it makes sense that if he was representing the Populares had to be with him. Because they were the people they were trying to trick in the first place. But it's a bit weird that he was like actively villainous in front of Maxima then. Like, maybe put Maxima in a different room while the summoning happens, and then bring him out and be like, ah, they're doing a summoning! Ah, it's all off. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but the summoning. Thank you, Kami. Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyo's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn eye, but she had a choice. She chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. Little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, they made most of the Sikibune before the battle began in earnest. But the vessel yet waits on the riverbank those who did not flee in time. Okay, where's my phone is not nearby because somebody phoned me. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us, make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. I'll get an achievement when it's the end of the patch, won't I? But I sense we're close. Oh, the dog people going, yay, dog! Happy bunny?
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Okay then. Some reunions. But how is Gosetsu? I know, just having a casual chat with him.
There you are.
We don't need to know what they were saying.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
It's just a haircut, it's fine.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
not a happy bunny. If travels Kosetsu.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
He was bedridden
Scarcely
an
have
hour
we said
ago.
our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before.
Happy bunny.
And with that, I take my leave.
We're definitely not at the end yet, because the last quest will be called Under the Moonlight, right? Bittersweet occasion. There is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kaioken. Thank you properly. Our brothers and sisters have returned to us. The dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that we will live in long in memory, one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and our people, give you our deepest thanks. Seems like the end, won't I? Why would I lie about it if it seemed like that? That would be a really weird thing to lie about, wouldn't it? It seems like at the beginning. So last you seems like a medal. You think me complacent. I assure you I've not forgot the dark cloud on the horizon that Xenos lives in the source that he lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. There was little to be done with the woobly-woo. I forgot to turn that off Kosetsu by building a nation which none need live in fear. I confess, I miss him already. But the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. Wonder, did you stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedies, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he did well, they were never far from his thoughts, and Yotsuyu, childlike Mien, and in her childlike Mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but a little girl who was lost to him. The loss of his family, Kosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now, I labour to discern the meaning of Yotsuyu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly be their will? Yep, they're pricks. And this I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is, for a brief moment, the girl known as Tsuyu lived among us. And she brought with her a whisper of respite from a grieving heart. Now our quest is complete. Domos, you are great debt, my friend. Thanks to you, we have everything we need to prosper. You and Alice must promise to visit again soon, and Avano too, when he returns from the Empire. Know that my thoughts go with him. Oh, Alice. Under the moonlight. It is time we are going, don't you think? We've done all we can here. Well, I actually have to talk to Genbu one more time for sure. And here we have a lot to report, but before we head back to Rising Stones, let's call in Araga's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos after everything we went through together. How are that? Right, so I'm actually... I think we should do Genbu very quickly first. And of course I didn't put a fucking teleport in. It doesn't matter. I have 1 million coins. It doesn't matter how much it costs me to go anywhere. Yeah, this was really quick compared to the last story beat. It's annoying that we had to fucking cross this. Why is this in such an annoying place? Just put a teleport in there where they live. Fucking animals. I mean, I could probably have left it. I just wanted to end the quest and, I guess, begin the next one. Well, we're on our way now, whatever. But yeah, getting it all done before 12. Fucking hell. So my plan is we finish this. We nudge the turtle quest. We hand it in and do all that. Finish under the moonlight. And I say my farewells. I'm gonna have some lunch, do some exercise. That'll be like an hour or two, let's say. Maybe do a spot of tidying up, and then we start the next patch. And maybe, you know, maybe we can get 3 patches done in one day. At least I'm gonna aim for 2 patches done in one day, and then after work I can do the final patch, and we'll be ready for to bring the shadow the next time there's some free hours. Maybe we'll do an hour's worth of that game. Who knows? We'll see. Let's. Who knows? But that's what I want to do. I think it'd be really cool if I could get that far. Then I have to wait for them to give out free time again. Or, you know, maybe I'll give them the money and pay to play the game. I do a lot of things to do, though. We have our quest to complete all the Final Fantasies. I already gave you the tomato box. So I'm skipping because we saw this already. Let us begin. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be a duty. My phone's not there. Fuck. Now remember, Soraban, once open the box of spew for smoke, remain still and let it wash over you. Surrender to the magic and let it transform you into an auspice. You're certain it will be temporary. As honoured as I would to join your ranks, I'm too young to be so old. Come, you lot. Let us retreat to a safer distance. I should have left this, shouldn't I? Should have left it for another time. Cough, hack, and wheeze. Uh-huh, it's fake. I knew it. When did she get the new cup? Gosh, what a waste of time. There's better be some treasure or something got interesting inside. Foolish urchin. Ooh, ah! Is that really necessary? You could have just asked me to move nicely. What? What's that look for? Is there something on my face? Oh, she's become old, yeah. My face! My beautiful face! Feels like an old goat leather left in the sun. Hold yourself, child. You've been aged, nothing more. Be grateful you're not exposed longer. You would have surely died. I may as well be dead already. I can't bear to go on like this. Did I not tell you before the magic was fleeting? Need only endure it for a moment. All will be as it was. So preoccupied with the urchin, I've been completely forgot about Soroban. I hope he's not been overexposed to the magic. If he's been aged to excess, our Matama may already be... Rah! Well, that answers that. On your guard. I'm afraid he means to kill us all. Bathed in the tobacco's magic far longer than the urchin, and so I expect him not to return to normal so quickly. In fact, I dare say he will retain his form long enough to destroy the temple if we do not subdue him. Shazam! With me, Knight of Urchin, hold nothing back. This time the turt will hurt. The turt. It's a turt off. Fuck, I put the ballad on. Didn't mean to do that. What are you doing, Tataru? Like that. Almost a bit too long there. Bubbles. Oh, I have taken quite a bit of damage. Just a smidge too late there. There's quite a lot of shit on the ground. That was a lot of damage I just took in. Somebody's healing me at least. Cool. What happened? Why do you all look so exhausted? My dear Soroban, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite the unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare the training session a success. Let us take a moment to collect ourselves. Truth be told, this comes as a relief that though Soroban's present strength pales in comparison to that Byakko and myself, we now know for certain that his potential was extraordinary. Joker to believe that I could ever wield such power. All who are strong were once weak, Soroban. I am no exception till I met Tenzen. I was no more than a floundering turtle you see before me. And you never did tell me how you fell in with him. Ah, well, if you wish to know the details. Long, long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years, known I had just begun to become something more, received my first vision, a terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents, was imminent. But what did the little turtle do? For a while I had seen the future with crystal clarity. I was powerless to stop. I could but look on, helpless as cities burned and men died so for centuries, until one day. After 500 years I'd grown stronger, more reckless, believed I could make a difference. When I foresaw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn people. Alas, they were quick to discern I was no common animal. They could make no sense of my panicked flailings. To them I was a queer dancing turtle, a source of considerable amusement, before I knew not the words of men, and so my warnings fell on deaf ears. It would be no different, yet again they would die. Well, but they had a lovely time seeing a dancing turtle before they died, so... the people turned and walked away, bored with the fleeting amusement. The heart fit to... I would not grow bored of that very quickly. Heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair. I made to quit the village. Then I heard the voice, kind and gentle. Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you so. I knew he was addressing me. I doubt he would understand. So I told him of my vision of the landslide. I knew that would bury the village and everyone in it, in my vain attempts to warn them. Kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not. I, Tenzen, and my comrade Byakko shall act in your stead. Tenzen drew his sword. A great white tiger emerged from the wilds. Shall we give them a show? He whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head ever so slightly in response. They ran into the centre of the village and began to fight as if they were bitter enemies intent on killing one another, blade and fang flashing too fast for the eye to follow. The two broke apart for an instant. Tenzin bellowed, "Hearken to me, this white demon thirsts for blood of man. If you value your lives, flee this place. Seek shelter in the next village." Needless to say, the bewildered villagers gathered up whatever there was at hand and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. A few of us watched them go. I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not once tasted man flesh. I want to, but you won't let me." The village was later destroyed in a landslide, as I had foreseen, but for the first time I managed to make a difference. Thereafter we became travelling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we laboured to save those that we could. On the evil may perhaps be the greatest calamity I've ever foreseen. I feel Tenzin's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on. You may not have him, but you have got Naive, and you know she's no slouch. Oh, indeed I do. For this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Soroban. You must resume your training at once, ere we forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, of course. Getting back to it, in that case, I should return to the mountain. The paperwork in Kugane, doing my best to ignore, and Soroban, I left Takayaki with the Kama Itachi for safekeeping. You're not going to get any until you've earned it. Next we call upon you, Naive. I expect it will be to deal with one of my comrades. Shirk not in your own training, for it will not be easy. Right, so to look this quest up, but I have to start the next one for it to be tagged. Under the circumstances, I do not think I'll have time to return to the Tamamizu for even a short spell. You'd be so kind to inform the Elder. Even if it's just the quest that says grab this. Yeah, so I'll leave and pick up the quest on the way out, yeah. Hang on. Where is that? Bunch in. Oh, hang on. Well, that's annoying. Well, I know where to go. I don't necessarily need to. We can hand this in and then pick up the next one when we get the next one. Because now I know they're not necessarily every patch as well. Whew. Dragon? Asgard? Yeah, that's a good idea. Pleasure, Naive. Did you have a chance to visit Soroban? How far is he with training? Oh, he turned into a monster. I fought him. He was extraordinary. He's always been diligent and hardworking, but even so, to think he's blessed with such incredible potential, I cannot help but wonder who among us might be possessed of similar abilities. And standard trepidation with great power becomes great responsibility. No, that's spiders, not tortoises. As is often said, we may keep a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. Super potion. Fiber. I won't pick this up yet. I know where he is. We still have this to complete, though. So we're not quite done yet. There's also like like a supreme version of a fight, I think. Ultimate. Whatever it's called. I don't know why I'm going to Jesse. That's the question. No. No, I don't want to do this just yet. Ah, fuck! What was that, Jesse? No, I never spoke to you. That was lies. Where's the actual quest I'm looking for? It's up there. To be fair, that is a hand in, but whatever. And it's actually from this patch. Yeah, Valisay, you're back. No Alpha, no. He's dead. Good to see you, Lice. At least my headstrong brother, he's off to the... He's off on what will almost certainly be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. Which I'm guessing we're going to Garlemald then? It's a long story. We have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But if that's... Is this a joke? Yes, it is a joke. God, this better be a joke. It's not a thing. Why are we on auto advance? Okay, no. Look, I know what I saw. We all saw it. You're here saying he's alive and well, living the high life back in Garlemald? Oh, he might be living the high life. I know how ludicrous this sounds, having difficulty believing it myself, but while I might doubt the word of the Imperial Envoy and inclined to trust Naive, she saw the Crown Prince with the Echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was him. Oh, thank you for all these choices I get. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, for someone who went for the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Thal's gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Xenos? Okay, no. Thancred. Brings you to the Reach. Alphano had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look into you and before wending my weary way... Wending? Back to the headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard. Is there some suggestion that the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as first order of business. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave, but if it will put the swimmer to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there is no curious eye about it, if we can manage it. Jonas is buried on the blood howl in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as to not upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Now go, you're in charge until I get back. Where am I on the map? Fuck's sake. Ooh, it's in a place I've not gone. It means we can get lost while trying to get there. Aww. Yeah, being able to fly would actually save a lot of time, but whatever. I don't have to buy Shadowbringers, do I? Yeah. Kaluk. A little bit nervous about the route. Especially since it says it's up. It means at some point I have to figure out how the fuck to get up. Get on up! Another turtle. Tortoise. Tortoise turtle. And then a new location. Holy locale. It's Apolophia's skull. Whoop, we have steps. Steps go upwards. That was Groot. Okay, we got lucky. Cool. Is it gods? You better be in there. Somebody scrolled over the stone a while back, but I'd scrubbed it off. Thought no more about it. No one thought to check the coffin was occupied. Well then, we're presented with one course of action. We best be sure we have not observed while doing it. Shall we begin? Wonder how my Taoist Muggle feels about this. It's Thancred.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
In Garlemald. Somebody watching us. What the fuck is that? Ooh, we should have put a tarp over. If there's no corpse, then we are to conclude the rumours true. Not necessarily. We might have been dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Arpano's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. Saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body seems a distinct possibility once I put this grave back the way we found it. So an Ascian's got the echo. I should pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, then it was some kind of trick. He's as good as cut his own head off anyway. Raban needs to hear about this. If you find anything else, send word to me at Valgrisweech. Don't know why I'm surprised the matter settling down with Derma. We would do another crisis. Yes, you're right. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? Past time we shared these developments with the others. So my clock says 1, 2, 3. While I was waiting, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke to Henri with Link Pearl and gave him the full report. Estrola's on her way. Should be here any. Oh, the game decided to teleport me for once. They were like, let's not fuck about with teleporting all the way to the Rising Stones. For goddamn once. And I say, Naive, it is good to see you are safe and well. What news have you from the east? My belly is a rumbling. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all we know, I would conclude the Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Naive? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. I would that his wisdom extended in the question of his own safety, capable though he has become. He ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, the shadowy web of paragons like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in the position to criticise, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Now our quest is complete. And our stream is complete. After this cutscene. Obviously. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... Cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question, summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead. The right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? Asked you a question, soldier. What are you... Have you lost your mind? Ah! He hit me with a sword! What a git! Lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find the finale was but an intermission. Fuck are you? Will I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? No, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must goes on. So he's somebody that really wants to kill Xenos? Look, is that guy? I guess it will be revealed later. Right. I have been the judge. Oh, that's my schedule. We've been having an under the moonlight adventure. Oh no, she's dead now. But we have to move away from this place to somewhere else. I've been having a Final Fantasy XIV under the moonlight 4.3 adventure. I'm going to do all the things I said I was going to do. Farewell. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time after I've had some rub and done some exercise. You see, I said I was going to do the things I said I was going to say do, and then I said them anyway because I needed some words to be here. I said those words.